Thanks for watching the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. We're here with the latest news of the Montgomery County Council. And we begin this week with reaction to County Executive Ike Leggett's decision to veto the council's newly approved bill that would raise the minimum wage to $15 per hour by the year 2020. In a memorandum to the council, Mr. Leggett said raising the wage would be detrimental to the county's economy and hurt its ability to compete for jobs in this region.
I think, all of us have to look at, we have to get the best bill for the most people, and there's no point in passing something that you'll never actually get into law. So if we have to make compromises on some things, we should. I fundamentally disagree that all businesses should wait to 22.
I think we should engage in a study to ensure that we look very carefully at the challenges posed by this law.
And I think the study, you can't tell what somebody's going to do in advance, and it's worse now because if the county were to do a quote-unquote study, which apparently was going to be done with a survey, then if I'm the chamber, I'm telling you're going to get a call from somebody doing a survey about what the impact on minimum wage will be sure to tell them that you'll shut your doors. I mean, this is ridiculous.
From my perspective, his veto allows us to find a way to get to yes. That's certainly my goal, to find common ground, to understand more fully and incorporate into the legislation the concerns of the small business community, as well as take care of those people who are working so very hard for too little.
Mr. Leggett says he would consider a revised bill. He wants the council to pursue an economic study that takes a look at the impact of raising the wage to $15 per hour. He has also said he would like the bill to be phased in by the year 2022 and include an exemption for small businesses and youth workers. In other news, members of the council's Transportation and Environment Committee are taking a look at the county's new residential parking program and how it's working. As we learned, the implementation has left some residents requesting to revert to the old system. There are 50 neighborhoods in Montgomery County that participate in the residential parking permit program.
This is a situation where the cure is worse than the disease.
It's designed to keep non-residents out of those neighborhoods close to metro and other public facilities. Neighborhoods in the program would receive paper passes for street parking. But in 2015, the county implemented a new online system for registering for a residential parking permit. But residents and council members say the new system is not working.
It is important for our residents to understand that we have heard them, and it has caused a great deal of anxiety and unhappiness, quite frankly.
The County Department of Transportation implemented the electronic system to prevent the paper permits from being copied or sold. DOT officials say enforcement for this system was also time-consuming. Director Al Roshdi told members of the council's T&E committee they are working to make the system more efficient.
I would say is no different than when we transform from typewriters to computers. There is a growing pain, there is a learning process, and we have made a lot of improvement over the time since we have made this transition, and we're going to continue to do that.
Currently, there are more than 13,000 permits that have been issued, and there have been hundreds of complaints associated with the new system.
You have a military permit, you have, a visitor permit, you have a construction permit. I mean, how do we walk through all this?
I'd say it'd be 3/4 of the people who like the paper and 1/4 who like the computer, simply because it's so complex.
Councilmember Tom Hucker says he doesn't think the system is serving residents well.
It really discourages social gatherings like birthday parties and bar mitzvahs unless you get the license plates of every single person coming to your house, and unless that person commits to know which car they're going to drive weeks in advance.
DOT officials say to address some of the issues, they will administer 2 visitor parking passes per household, as well as a separate pass for caretakers. In the meantime, the committee may consider reverting back to the old system.
I bet you if I introduced a resolution before our council, putting our council on record saying that we think paper is better than the digital, I think it would probably pass 9-0.
Well, that does it for this edition of the Council in Brief. For County Cable Montgomery, I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for watching.